Acting as a CEO, although I was broke and didn't even own a business, completely changed my life. My billionaire mentor shared this with me, and at the end of this video, I believe it will help transform yours as well. Hey guys, my name is Suresh Madhavan. I'm founder and CEO of 221B Tactical, a company I started in my garage, and I grew to a multi-million-dollar global corporation. I now not only run the company, but have tens of millions of dollars in commercial real estate around the country. Started out in this world with a single mother. Dad left, never had a dad a day in my life, and dealt with all kinds of hardships and adversity, from race to everything else under the sun. Made it to where I am, made it into medical school, and made it to the position of CEO and founding my own company, like I said, out of my garage. And I learned a lot of lessons along the way, but many of the lessons I learned, I got from a gentleman who was a mentor of mine, who's a billionaire today. And over the last 20 years, I've learned so much from him. He shared so much with me on how he got to where he is, and I'm compressing that down into these short videos to share with you, because when I was a young man coming up, I didn't have videos like this. I was trying to read books and I was kind of just all over the place, lost. I'm putting these videos out for you so you can watch them, learn, and take some of this knowledge to transform your life like I was able to transform mine. When I was younger, I heard of the role of a CEO, but I really didn't know what a CEO was. I just always thought the CEO is some rich business guy that is the head of the company. But I had no idea what a CEO actually did. It wasn't until I met my mentor who shared with me the role of a CEO. He said the CEO actually doesn't have specific work. The role of the CEO is to manage the people who are doing the work. He just explained to me how they operate on a day-to-day basis. And I said, okay, that makes sense, but I'm not a CEO. He said, you're wrong. You are a CEO. You're the CEO of Suresh, and you have to act every day as if you are the CEO of Suresh. And I said, what do you mean? What are you talking about, CEO of Suresh? He said, your life, your household, your finances, your health, everything is part of your business, and you're the CEO of that business. I said, okay, well, yeah, I'm just kind of doing what I need to do. He said, yeah, no, you're acting as someone who's running around doing 10 different things, and you're working. You're not managing and overseeing. A CEO manages and oversees the people doing the work. And I said, well, how do I incorporate that into my own world? I'm kind of broke and working a 9-to-5 job. And he said, doesn't matter. He said, the people who become the top 1% are the people who treat their life and their household as a business. They have a strategic and very tactical plan, and they follow that plan. It doesn't matter if it's how you're running your household, how you're raising your children. It doesn't matter. If you are a single person and you're just kind of living in an apartment, you still have to have a strategic, tactical plan to run your life. You still have to be the CEO of your life. If you're not being the CEO of your life, who's running your life? You're just kind of living your life. You're not planning it. You're not being strategic. So at the time, I was single. I had a house and I had a job and I had a car and I had stuff going on. But I kind of was just going through the motions. So he shifted my mindset into thinking about acting like a CEO. He said, so there's things in your world that need to get accomplished, and you have to be the manager of those things. One of the examples he gave me, and he always teased me about it, was I would mow my lawn and I would wash my car and detail my car, and I just enjoyed it. It was kind of therapeutic, honestly, and I didn't mind doing it. And he always said to me, you gotta stop doing that stuff. He said, get people to do it and then oversee those people to ensure they're doing it the way you want it done. And I said, well, why? Because, I got to pay them. He said, well, how much are you paying them? Is this like this crazy amount of money? I said, no, it's not a crazy amount of money. It's, not really that much. He said, and in the time you recapture, because time is the most valuable asset and the most valuable commodity in your world. In the time you recapture of taking 3 hours to mow your lawn, or taking 2 hours to wash and detail your car and then clean everything up, what could you do in that 5 hours? What offers could you create to generate income and wealth rather than being doing that stuff? And I said, probably a lot. And he said, yeah, of course. You could be making videos, writing blogs, creating offers, whatever it might be. Thinking about offers, thinking about needs and pain points of people out there. He said, why are you just doing that? To save a few dollars? If you're thinking about saving $200 and you're worried about saving $200, you're never gonna make the 2 million. Ever. It's never going to happen. That really hit home to me. He said, stop being a worker in your life and start being a CEO. and watch how everything in your world changes. So I did. I started, and of course it was tough at first because one, I had to shell out a few extra bucks, which was tough, and I was kind of cheap. But two, I kind of missed doing some. I felt good. I got done mowing my lawn. I saw the lines in the grass, kind of sense of accomplishment. And, I detailed my car and afterwards looked back and everything's shiny and all the leather's taken care of. I felt good and I enjoyed it. But I realized what he was saying. That joy was just that little temporary fix. The joy I was really looking for was to grow ultimate wealth, to be able to take care of the people that were important to me. And I knew that if I was wasting hours on end doing these other tasks like cleaning my house and other stuff, I was not going to ultimately have the time to create the offers I needed and take actions needed to get where I ultimately wanted to be. I started shifting. And he said, a CEO has a game plan, and the CEO has a list of all the people they manage. And of that list, they're looking at what those people need to be doing, how it needs to be done, when it needs to be done by, and then you go down the list. And you now manage all of that. That's your job as the CEO of your world. When I started acting like that, when I started treating my life like a business, I put the timelines down in a schedule and I built the list and I did all the things he was telling me to do, things started to slowly change. The first thing was, of course, my schedule opened up and I started having more time. Then he told me, here's what you do with that time. And he would give me strategic ideas and strategic practices, what I would do with that time. Sometimes it was just reading a different book, learning from what that person was saying in the book and implementing that into my business, whatever it was. He said, take that time, recapture it. That's the most valuable thing in your life. And don't waste it, right? So don't pay someone to mow the lawn and wash your car and clean your house, and then while that's being done, you're on your phone scrolling on social media. He said, you gotta be very, very tactical with this. So at first, I'll admit, I kind of was doing that. I kind of was like, I got all this time, I'm just gonna hang out and, But he said, no, that's bottom 99. Top 1% is gonna now recapture that time, harness it, and exploit it to reach your ultimate ambition. You wanna be a billionaire? Would a billionaire sit there and scroll on social media while he's paying other people money to take care of these tasks? You might as well just do the task. So I had to shift my mindset. And shifting into that being the CEO of my life, man, that completely changed my world. Building the list, who I'm managing, how I'm managing them, what their goals are, what my goal is, what I want them to accomplish. I'm gonna go into this a little bit further in a different video. Start looking at your life differently. This is how billionaires view their lives. They don't view their lives as they're just kind of going through the motions, doing stuff. Billionaires view themselves, maybe some of them are CEOs of corporations, most aren't, but they're not getting a paycheck. But as someone who wants to elevate in life, I don't care if you're 14 years old or 40 years old, if you're looking to elevate, the most important step in growing and building that plan is becoming the CEO of your life, acting like a CEO in your life and managing all those things. Completely changed my world. I can't even tell you. It was hard at first. It was a little weird. But now, to this day, I still run my company that I'm a CEO of, but I still run my household, my life, and I'm a CEO secondarily to my business. The primary CEO role I hold is that of Suresh Madhavan. Second is 221B Tactical. So I want to hear your questions because the follow-up video, I want to be able to answer those questions as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. The purpose of these videos is to share with you the information that I've learned over the last 20 years from my mentor who's a billionaire and bring this to you because I didn't have this. I was just a kid being raised by a single immigrant mother who was kind of lost and going in different directions. If I could help you get 1 step above, 2 steps above, 3 steps, or 10 steps above where you are today with the knowledge I'm sharing with you. Maybe you don't have access to a billionaire mentor. I was blessed to have one. If I could just make the difference in one life out there, someone young like me or even someone older with a family trying to level up, that's a win-win. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.